Alrighty, thanks Megan. I'm joined with Greg Remmenga. We're talking some of that free legal advice. Today's topic, a rather simple one. Listen to your doctor.
Right. Last week we talked about if you're in a workers' comp case, you get a choice of 2 different doctors, and if they don't, you can direct your care. Well, if you're in those type of cases, you need to follow the advice of the doctor, and if you don't follow the advice of the doctor, go get another doctor of your choosing and start following the advice of a competent doctor. And this advice applies to whether worker comp or automobile. If you don't follow the advice of the doctor, the other side can start going after you by saying, you're trying to make this a bigger case than it should be. You're not helping trying to solve the case. You are partially responsible for the extent of your injuries because you're not doing what the doctor tells you to do.
Now, when you see some of these cases and your clients come in and haven't been listening to the doctors, what are some of the situations that you see the most common advice the doctor gives that people just don't listen to?
Well, one of them that comes up quite a bit is the physical therapy. The doctor gives somebody 8 weeks of physical therapy. The person only goes to 4 weeks, has several gaps, and then goes back to physical therapy, and they aren't recovering and they're not getting better. The other side is going to start saying, part of the reason you're not getting better is because you're not going to the physical therapy like you should. Missing doctor's appointments. I told you to follow up with me in a week. You don't go to that follow-up appointment with a doctor. They might start saying your failure to recover is due not to the injury, but due to failing to follow the doctor advice.
Now, going back to physical therapy a little bit, if it is a workman's comp type injury, does physical therapy fall underneath that umbrella of workman's comp?
Absolutely. If you're under workers' comp and the doctor prescribes any medicine, any physical therapy, any alternative medicine such as acupuncture, the workers' comp system has to pay for those doctor-approved and recommended treatments. So you might as well go to them, try to get yourself better, because if you don't, you can get blamed for your failure to recover. And in the long run, the only thing that you're required to do is try to recover so that you have a good life. If you don't recover, all an attorney can get for you is some money, and you'll still be hurting. So it's to your benefit to try to get as well as you can.
All righty, Greg, thanks so much. A lot of complicated issues in the legal system, but sometimes it's simple. Listen to your doctor. Now, if you do have more complicated issues, give Greg a call. His number is right there on your screen. Greg, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Stick around, everyone. I've got your full weather forecast right after this.
If you want Greg to answer one of your legal questions, visit krextv.com, click on Live in the Studio, and submit your question on the right side of the screen. Watch Greg's segment every Wednesday on News Channel 5 at noon.